The president of Kazakhstan has assigned the government to increase the number of manufacturing companies that operates using digital technologies to 200 by 2025. The aim of the directive is for the country to achieve full automation and robotization in its production. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev said that the Industry 4.0 is an important area in the development of industry in Kazakhstan. Pilot projects on digital transformation of enterprises are being implemented all over the country. President Tokayev noted that being competitive in national business is a key goal for Kazakhstan. The core element of the country's industrial policy is to stimulate the export activity and develop the domestic market.
С 2020 года начнется реализация третьей программы.
The implementation of the third industrialization program will start in 2020. We set the course for the development of export-oriented manufacturing industry with the maximum use of the potential of the private sector. The implementation of the third industrialization program should take into account the mistakes of the previous 5-year plans, as well as create the competitive manufacturing industry and achieve the following tasks, which include increase the export of processed products, manufacturing of products using technology, as well as creation of high-quality jobs.
Создать качественные рабочие места.
Meanwhile, President Tokayev has awarded the best producers in Kazakhstan at the Altyn Sapa Presidential Award, as well as the Best Product of Kazakhstan contest exhibition. This year, nearly 450 organizations submitted their application to take part in the competition.
Economic cooperation is one of the priority areas of interaction between Kazakhstan and the United States. Bilateral trade between the countries from January to October 2019 was recorded at $1.8 billion. The total volume of U.S. direct foreign investments into Kazakhstan is estimated at $40 billion. Kazakh Foreign Minister Mukhtar Tlyuberde is on a 2-day official visit to the U.S. at the invitation of the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. During the meeting, the U.S. Secretary of State said that Kazakhstan is a leader in Central Asia and America considers the country as a reliable partner in the region.
Большое внимание уделяется вопросам стабильности и безопасного развития в регионе. Это прежде всего.
A lot of attention is paid to the stability and safe development in the region. This is primarily due to the situation in Afghanistan. Kazakhstan plays a key role in maintaining stability in Central Asia. Particular attention is paid to economic cooperation. American companies have a great interest in investing in different areas of the Kazakh economy. I think that following the results of this visit, new prospects will open up for the development of political and economic cooperation. It's been agreed that the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will pay an official visit to Kazakhstan in early January.
Государственный секретарь США Майк Помпео посетит Казахстан в начале января.
As part of development of cultural and humanitarian ties between the two countries, and on the eve of Abay Kunanbayuli's 175th anniversary, the Kazakh Foreign Minister has donated a 2-volume anthology of Kazakh literature and the Book of Edification by the great poet to the Library of Congress. The economy of Kazakhstan grew 4.4% in the first 11 months of this year. Results of social and economic development as well as state budget were summarized by the government. Kazakh Minister of National Economy Ruslan Dalenov said that the growth recorded was due to an increase in the production in basic industries, development of the services sector, and implementation of various investment projects. Positive dynamics are also observed in the construction, trade, transportation, and manufacturing sectors. Central and local executive bodies are advised to pay attention to aspects such as implementation of pool of investment projects. Moratorium on the verification of micro and small businesses will enter into force starting next year. More than 40 investment projects worth 1.5 trillion tenge will be implemented in Mangistau region by 2025. Today, the existing production enterprises in the region have been established both in the local market and abroad. For example, a German company allocated 250 million tenge for the implementation of exporting bituminous waterproofing materials to Azerbaijan, Russia and Germany project. Currently, there are no analogues of this successful project in Kazakhstan. Since the beginning of last year, more than 1,000 tons of building materials have been produced at the factory.
Tavarlarımız Kazakhstan, Bericanlı, Jibek'imiz. Plus Azerbaycan.
We plan to enter the markets of Italy, Turkey, Turkmenistan and Tajikistan. This summer, a large package was delivered to Germany. In 2020, we signed a contract on export of our product to Tajikistan and Uzbekistan.
Tacikistan, Özbekistan'da klientelimiz buna kasta kavarları kolumuzu koyduk.
29 projects are being implemented in the special economic zone in the Aktau seaport. 18 of the projects have been operating and the rest are under construction. The legal framework and preferential terms in the special economic zone help to facilitate the business development. There is a project on construction of a wind power plant. The main purpose of this project is to provide electricity to the Akshukur village of Tup Karagan district in Mangistau.
Ауылын электр энергиясын камтууга багытталган.
The pace of industrialization has increased in Kyrgyzstan after the country became a member of the Eurasian Economic Union. The number of new factories and plants is rapidly growing. Within the last 2 years, more than 20 enterprises have been launched in Kyrgyzstan. The industrial production has been increased from 5% to 21%. For example, the construction costs of the newly built production and transport center in Narin region is estimated at $275 million. The main goal of the ministry is to create favorable conditions for entrepreneurs. Our experience shows that we have seen some progress in this area. Investments in the economy have increased by 60% comparing to the indicators of last several years. The government has adopted a program on upgrading existing enterprises and constructing of new factories by large corporations and entrepreneurs. The program is implemented for the development of the light industry as well. The garments market has been expanded in Russia and Kazakhstan. The membership in the Eurasian Economic Union is beneficial for Kyrgyzstan. First of all, we have the same status as other members of the Union. This allows us to trade on an equal level with the others. We are considered as one of the biggest textile producing countries. Based on the intensive development, export volumes have increased by 11% in the first 9 months of 2019. The largest share of export-oriented products is the processing industry, which stood at 75%. Penguin ducks or Indian runner ducks, which are rare in Central Asia, are being bred by poultry farmers in Kyrgyzstan. The ducks are able to adapt to the climate and new area, and they are also stress-free. These ducks can reproduce better and faster than other breeds of ducks. According to farmers, female Indian runner usually lay about 300 eggs in 1 year. If there is some hidden place in a shed that you don't look into, they will certainly lay eggs there. In 3 weeks, the new offspring will already be running around. Indian runner ducks are bred for the purpose of export. At the same time, geese are also sold to other countries. Large grey governesses and Linda breeds of geese are imported from Russia. There are a total of 3,000 geese and ducks at a farm in Kyrgyzstan. The agricultural facilities in Kyrgyzstan have received the standard trade certification of the Eurasian Economic Union.
Uniting Countries, a diplomatic photo exhibition dedicated to the Independence Day of Kazakhstan, has opened in the capital city. The unique exhibition, sponsored by the United Nations, showcases a series of documentary and archival exhibits in the Kazakh National Museum. These are photographs from historical diplomatic meetings with countries such as India, Korea, Kuwait, China, Morocco, France, and the United Arab Emirates, as well as informative videos presented by the embassies participating in the event. event. According to the organizers of the exhibition, each photo tells about the most significant events in the history of the development of diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and foreign countries.
Kazakhstan әлемдік деңгейде ол халықаралық
Kazakhstan in the international arena is perceived as a generator of stability, a model of prosperity and dynamic state development. In addition, one of the most important achievements is that our country is recognized as the leader of the global anti-nuclear movement. I'm sure that this exhibition will garner a great interest among the guests.
грамоталары осы көрмеде қойылған.
There are more than 200 volunteer organizations in Kazakhstan. More than 50,000 young activists are involved in different fields. Nearly 30,000 of the youth are officially registered in the National Volunteer Network. For example, a young team from eastern Kazakhstan has developed a special application for effective performance of their social work. Local volunteers will be able to coordinate and plan their daily activities using the online messaging application.
Менің ойымша, қазірде еріктілердің болуы өте маңызды. Және себебі
I think it's very important to have volunteers since there are many families in need. Therefore, it's important to find and help these families. Every citizen should have social responsibility. We are learning and gaining education. Therefore, we have to care and pay attention to others.
өзіміздің жан-жағымыздағы ортамызға қарауымыз керек.
Волонтерством я занимаюсь не так давно, но
I have recently joined the team of volunteers. This work is close to my soul because I like helping people. Traditional music performers from all over Karaganda region gathered at the Sarkılmaz Kazına Festival recently. Words of various Kazakh music and poems were presented by famous Kuyshi, Jurshi and Termeshi at the festival. The event was organized as part of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program.
Бұл фестивальға Жанғали Жүзбай,
Young musicians performed at the festival along with famous dombra players. They had an opportunity to perform on stage. It is not a competition, but a demonstration of talents and skills of our participants. We want these creative contests to be held regularly.
сабақтастығын үзбей жеткен жыр, терме де орындалатын болады.
The audience enjoyed the sounds of different folk instruments such as dombra, qobuz and jetigen. Performers of the Kazakh traditional music presented the works of different genres of music and poets using these instruments. The Shirtbek key is well developed in our region. All of the members of my family perform keys. My wife and son perform with the Tattimbet Orchestra. We are the promoters of traditional folk art. The concert program ended with the key tartыс competition of dombra players. The festival participants performed keys continuously. The performing techniques, sound accuracy, as well as staging and acting performances are considered as very important skills in the competition.
The Manas Kyrgyz epic is one of the pearls of the epic legacy of Central Asia. It is one of the world's longest folk works with a 1,000-year history. It is included in the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage as well as in the Guinness World Records. Storytellers or Manasshi played a big role in preservation of the epic. To date, nearly 80 complete and incomplete versions of Manas's works are kept at the National Academy of Sciences in Kyrgyzstan. The Academy of Manas and Chingiz Aytmatov also played an important role in the distribution of the epic. Next year, a monument to the main hero of the epic, Manas, is planned to be built in Nur Sultan. The opening of the Academy of Manas and Chingiz Aytmatov is very important for Kyrgyzstan. The centers are built to introduce the Manas epic to the whole world so that Kyrgyz people will be known in other countries. Children must be exposed to the epics of Manas.
Наш эпос имеет свою особенность по отношению к другим эпосам народов мира, что он
Our epic is distinctive from other epics since it is told by people, not written in books. It has its own storytellers. Other epics from other nations became extinct, remaining only in books. This is our specialty.
Они остались лишь в книжной форме. Вот наша сегодняшняя особенность.